What's up? Once again, yours truly, Michael Ferrera, back with another Style Your Life. And in this segment, we are diving all in, and I'm going to tell you the hardcore truths and real about the Native deodorant after I've been using it for a while. Let's get into it right now. So as usual, thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for subscribing. For those of you that already do, if you have not already subscribed and you're here by accident, it is not by an accident. You came here for a reason, so stay here. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for being here. And in Style Your Life, what we do is provide valuable content that you can use and implement immediately to style and take your lifestyle to another level. So in this segment, this is a quick follow-up to a previous video that we did on Native. You can scroll or click below. I'll leave a link to check out that previous video. Additionally, as usual, if you've already subscribed, thank you so much. If you haven't, please do so. It will truly mean the world to me. We definitely comment and we follow up on all the comments below, and we would appreciate your subscription and sharing this with someone else that might find this valuable. This will be valuable for those that are exploring organic deodorant, have looked at organic deodorant already, have heard about native deodorant, and have thought about using it or are already using it. And I personally have dove into it for a while now. And a few weeks ago, I did a previous video on what it is, how it works, if it actually works. And now I have some like hard truths about the native deodorant that will be valuable to you in making your decision or continuing with your decision to use native or not. As usual, this is not a paid or sponsored video. I just like to bring valuable resources to you all that you can use and implement to your life immediately. So jumping into the number one hardcore truth that I've found about native deodorant that you should be conscious of as you go into using this piece. I mean, being flat out, this could be really expensive, right? And expensive is a relative term. And in styling your life and on this lifestyle channel, we have to evaluate, cost and features and benefits and value. So with that in mind, it kind of just hit me, man, when I was scrolling to order my second or third bottle of native deodorant. I was like, I started to hit the ticket price at minimum of $9 to $10 for one stick of smaller size deodorant. It's definitely smaller than a traditional deodorant. And if you use some other form of organic deodorant, as I've used in the past, you really could just go to a store or a Target or a Walmart or any other like convenient local store and get a good deodorant or a deodorant for, I don't know, $4 to $6. So now I'm in a situation where I've invested in native, and you're talking about $10 per bottle versus $4 or $5 or even $6, which is definitely a higher ticket price. As I mentioned in my previous video, if you haven't seen that, go watch it after this one. Stay here, but it is worth it, right? I think it works. I will say that all natural and organic and paraben-free deodorants don't work for some odd reason. Native does work, but you do have to be conscious of, number one, it can get expensive and really pricey. When I was checking out, I was like, I'm about to spend $40 on just deodorant, right? So something to evaluate and keep in mind. Number two thing to be conscious of as you go and decide to stick with native deodorant or considering as your organic and paraben-free deodorant is that it's smaller, right? There's no way to hide that anymore, right? So I do find myself actually using it faster and using more of it. Now, confession, it might be my fault. My wife caught me, saw me using deodorant one day or putting on deodorant, and she was like, you use a lot of deodorant. And it was kind of funny to me because I never even thought about it. So maybe it's my fault that I might use much more deodorant than necessary, and it might be my flaw. But nonetheless, I find myself using more. I think my wife is coming in right now. Hey wife, come on in. So maybe I should cut back, or maybe I just find myself that I need to use more of native. So it's important for you to be conscious. Like, I think you use more of it because it's a smaller bottle, it's a thinner bottle. So I found myself using more. You should be conscious of that. Kind of weird, but also something to be mindful as you decide to invest and buy native deodorant. So I'm curious to find out, comment below on this, like how much deodorant do you use, right? Or how much deodorant should you use, or you think you should use? I'm gonna research this as well myself, but is it like 1 or 2 swipes of deodorant, or is it like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? I'm more of like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then the same on the other side. But what's your style? Is it like, okay, I trust my deodorant enough, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, moving on, or like 1, 2, I'm done? Comment below. This is kind of funny. So I'm interested in hearing, you know, how much deodorant you're using, you think you should be using, or you are using, or not using at all. That would be weird too. Comment below. I would love to hear that conversation. Moving on to number 3. The third thing that you should be conscious of when investing and going into this native deodorant is that I'm one of those individuals, as you heard before, I love simplicity. If I could take things off my plate, off my hands, give it to someone else, give it to an assistant, give it to someone else to do for me, I'm all for that. So I have subscribed to the subscription base to where they automatically send me this deodorant. I'm a every 2 months, every 3 month type of person, but I find myself needing it more again because I'm using more, probably my fault. But the subscription, man, you can get caught up in just buying more than you really need. So be conscious of that. And that's the number 3 thing to be conscious of. The subscription might catch you into spending more than you really need for deodorant, right? So just be aware of that and know that you may just want to either plan to buy it accordingly. If you're a disciplined person, that's great. Or if you know that you need, you know, deodorant every 3 months or every 2 months, do your subscription accordingly and not overdo it, because you might find yourself with more deodorants all at one time than you really need, like me. So the subscription could kind of get you caught up. So be conscious of that as you choose to go on the subscription process of native. I will say the subscription is kind of convenient, and again, take stuff off of your plate, but at the same time, it can get really pricey really quick if you're not doing it the right way. So there you have it, the 3 hardcore truths about native deodorant. It's not bad, it does work, right? I get it, but you do have to be conscious of, you know, just randomly racking up this dollars and overuses of something that is the norm. But again, in styling your life, we try to go beyond the norm, above and beyond. So style your life as usual and choose accordingly. But I want this video to be short, quick, and valuable to those that are investing and deciding on this native deodorant. As usual, many of you know I'm a fashion designer. This is one of my new pieces and new collections. Please check it out over on my website over at michaelferrera.com, and also on my channel somewhere. If you scroll somewhere, you'll be able to find the actual journey and story and the construction and the making of this piece for my new collection. So check that out. I'll truly appreciate if you check that out and share it with someone, and also order it and buy it. We make very limited quantities of very high quality products. So as usual, yours truly, Michael Ferrera, signing off. I'm sure this information was valuable to somebody, and if you liked it, please do so below. Comment, share it with someone else, and remember, style your life. You can have every single thing in your life that you want, as long as you truly believe it. We'll see you soon. Peace.